Good evening, everyone. We're going to try to make this quick because there's soccer practice tonight, although it's raining outside. This is Grand Forks City Council's Committee of the Whole, Monday, September 13th. Under item 1, call to order, 1.1, welcome and roll call.
Weigel. Stockler. Weber.
Although we're not getting any audio, I see both Weigel and Weber are online.
Yep.
Mock. Here. Kavami.
Here.
Sandy.
Here.
Veen. Here. We have a quorum.
Great. Under discussion items, item 2.1, resolution authorizing the issuance, call for bids, and set sale date for refunding improvement bonds, Series 2021A, B, and C. Ms. Torstead, good evening.
Perfect, thank you. President Sandy, members of the committee, so tonight, as Mr. Sandy has stated on your agenda, are in regards to issuance of 3 bonds in 2021, it's Series A, B, and C. The first of these 3 bonds is roughly $8.3 million. That will be used as a financing mechanism for our special assessment projects throughout the city. You've already created special assessment districts, and we will take the collections for those benefiting properties through special assessments to pay back those bonds. 2021 B and C are issued to take advantage of some interest savings. 2021 B looks to refund the 2011 C refunding improvement bonds for an estimated net present value savings of roughly $327,000, and also to shorten its maturity. And then the last one, 2021 C, looks to refund 2 sewer bonds that we had, 2009 B and 2011 D, originally issued for sewer utility infrastructure improvements. Those 2 combine for estimated net present value savings of about $255,000. We do have attached for you the resolutions as well as the pre-sale summary attached to your staff report. I do have Mr. Paul Steinman attending with us virtually for any questions, and he can also give you kind of a preview of the bond market. After Paul's done, I would be looking to get approval to approve the attached resolutions for all 3 bond issues and set the sale date for October 18th, and we'll come back at that time with bid results. But I'll turn it over to you, Paul, if we have audio.
Yep, Mr. Salmon, 1 second, we have no audio.
Hang on 1 second, Paul, we're trying to figure out the audio.
Ms. Torstead, while we're waiting for that, what are we going to do with the approximately $600,000 in savings from refinancing these bonds?
So first of all, the 2 sewer bonds where we have savings, that just helps in the scheme of rate impacts as we go forward. The money comes straight from your sewer utility. So as we look at future bonds, this savings helps offset any, new bonds that come on and rate impacts. The other one, we do...
And now we've lost audio.
Oh, we hear you now.
Apparently you can hear
audio.
us now, but we can't hear you.
It's perfect.
Can you hear me now, Brett? Barely? Just barely.
Please yell, Ms. Torstead.
Mr. Weber, can you hear me?
Mr. Steinman, can you unmute? We'll just, we can hear you, so why don't you please go ahead, sir? Nope,
No,
never
we
mind.
can't hear.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions about the bond issuance?
And perhaps if there's questions that I am not able to answer, we can have Mr. Simon follow up with an email.
I'm pretty confident the bond market right now is strong and interest rates are low. I think we're taking advantage.
Second.
Yes, moved by Veen, second by Kavami. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Thank you for coming online, Mr. Steinman. Appreciate it. Item 2.2, legislative code revisions. To the best of my knowledge, these revisions, Mr. Gosted, are related to state law changes, and so all we're doing is mimicking new state law with our city code, correct?
That is my understanding by my partner Joe Quinn, who did all the work on this.
Very good. Mr. Quinn, you did a very good job. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to add just one thing. There is one change that is not based on the legislative updates. That's section 20 on page 19. It is to criminalize inhalation of vapors. That was requested by City Prosecutor Chrissy Pettit. While we were doing the updates to other parts of the criminal code, she asked that we include that too.
Excellent.
Excellent job. I thoroughly enjoyed reading every word that you wrote. Thank you. Move approval.
Mr. Kavami moves approval, second by Mock. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. I just heard Mr. Weigel, so perhaps I can hear you now, Mr. Weber, as well. We'll move right along. Item 2.3, appointment to Historic Preservation Commission. Anyone not interested in moving Mr. Conlon to the Historic Preservation?
I'll move approval.
Moved by Weber, second by Weigel. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Item 2.4, cost participation maintenance agreement for project number 8074, 2021 school flashing beacons. Good evening, Mr. Grasser.
Good evening. Thank you, Council President Sandy, members of the committee. This is a standard agreement we have with the DOT. You've seen this come up before here when we're accessing federal dollars. This is 90% federal funding, so our share is pretty inexpensive. This is actually the end product of something we started a couple years ago where we used local dollars and we actually ran the fiber optics to these different flashing school beacons. This project here will then now allow us to talk to all of these sites remotely and program them independently, and so we can be able to react to different events and things. Right now, they're all manual programming, so we recommend approval.
Thank you, Mr. Grasser. This is a great addition to the system. Moved by Veen.
Second, great use of $70,000, I think.
Yes, correct. Second by Kavami. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Mr. Grasser.
Thank you.
Item 2.5, water meter reading system upgrades.
Hello, Council President Sandy, members of the committee.
Good evening, Mr. Hanson.
Just here to give you a quick overview. About a little over a year ago, we were notified that our current meter reading system was going to be phased out. We were going to have to make a decision whether to upgrade to a new piece of software or go another route through a different vendor. Since we had a year to make a decision, we looked into some other options. Saw some really nice technology out there, like a fixed network. You put an antenna up on a tower and it reads the whole town in a second. And also there's cellular options where you put a cellular transmitter in the house and can read it any time of day, give really nice data to the customers. Unfortunately, the downside is that requires you to change out every transmitter in town. Between $100 and $200 per transmitter plus man hours to change those was a really, really expensive cost for some data that we're not quite sure if we need or want. After we had all that information, I met with Mr. Phelan and Melanie Parvey, and we decided that our recommendation would be just to upgrade the current software we have. It's a fairly minimal cost, and it'll allow us to continue reading meters the way we have for another 10 to 15 years. I included the proposal from a vendor that was recommended by our contractor to upgrade the software for, what was it, $21,784. So we would just ask you to approve that proposal.
Thank you, Mr. Hanson. It seems reasonable. Any comments or questions?
Move approval.
Moved by Kavami, second by Mock. Any other thoughts? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for all your hard work on that. Item 2.6, wastewater treatment facility plan phase 1 improvements. Ms. Parvey, good evening.
Good evening, Council President Sandy, members of the committee. Tonight, we're before you asking to look at beginning phase 1 of the facility plan. The wastewater treatment plant began in 2003, and it has been running well. It's been serving our residents, industry, businesses. We also integrated East Grand Forks in 2017, but we've gotten to the point where we need to really reinvest and expand at this time. We have opportunities to bring in ag businesses and want to be able to give other opportunities for development in Grand Forks. One benefit is that we are retiring the debt service off of the actual initial project, and that's the $33.1 million at the end of this year, 2021. If you don't recall, phase one of the project actually included yard and process piping improvements to improve the hydraulics, so it's a lot of the underground work. We had equipment installation in the MBF 7, code and egress access improvements, air handling improvements, and generation power backup, emergency generation power backup is all that's included in the $13.1 million. I'm sorry, 13.7 in phase one. When we looked at how we were going to fund that, there has been discussions through the budgeting process to use the ARPA funds, close to $6.8 million of that $13.7 million. So then we looked at other opportunities for that. Additional funding would either come from the Wastewater Enterprise Fund construction cash, Wastewater Enterprise Fund revenue bond, Bank of North Dakota infrastructure loan, Clean Water State revolving loans, or other, or if there's anything else, we'll determine that prior to bidding. The plan at this point, if we're able to approve the services agreement tonight with Advanced Engineering to do the engineering, is that we would have the project designed over the next few months and we'd bid it this spring. The engineering services agreement that we're asking you to approve tonight is in the amount of $1,022,000 with Advanced Engineering to proceed with that work.
Any comments or questions, Mr. Kamami?
We probably already know this, and I know that this report was performed a while ago, but there was an RFP or RFQ for hiring AE2S for this project? Or was there?
Council President
Mr.
Sandy
Field.
and Councilmember Kavami, prior to this project, this AE2S was selected as the engineer for wastewater treatment plant work, yes. So it's been a little while, but they were originally RFP'd and were selected.
Perfect. Looks good. Move approval.
Moved by Kavami, that's too easy. Second by Veen. Any other comments? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Ms. Barbie. There is a COVID update for information item purpose only, but it actually isn't there, so we'll have to get that updated tomorrow.
Yeah, as of time of the meeting, that has not been made available yet, so we'll attach it when it
Thank you,
comes.
no problem. Is there anything else for the good of the order?
Move approval. Or
Mr.
move we
Weigel
adjourn,
moves-
sorry.
Moves we adjourn. Is there a second by Weber? Thank you, Mr. Weber. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank you.